We are in a constant state of change, and our change actually is a good thing because it's in response to the feedback that we're hearing from teachers and our parents. So the three big topics that we heard over and over again is an increase in instructional minutes K-12. We wanted to find ways that we could provide a more well-rounded curriculum, more well-rounded educational experience for our K-5 students by providing them art, music, and physical education. And then what we heard a lot for our 6-12 was more dedicated time to providing interventions or additional time for kids to make up tests or come in and get extra help. So those were the three big pieces of feedback that kind of helped us redesign what we wanted our online schedule to look like. We wanted our teachers to know that we are not expecting a 2.5 hour block to be a teacher talking to a camera for that entire time. That's not good for the teacher, that's not good for kids, that's not a good learning experience. So when we met and talked about Google Meet, we talked a lot about the new features of Google Meet, the easy way to do breakout rooms. So we just kind of walked everybody through a lot of the new additions to Google Meet to make it a little easier for teachers so they can use that really effectively in their class. We wanted to make sure that the system we were providing or the structure that we were providing didn't create gaps for kids. The reason we did AM PM at the beginning of the year was because, number one, the kids didn't know the teachers and the teachers didn't know the kids, especially our youngest learners. And in a new setting like remote learning, completely different for anything they've ever experienced before. So we wanted to make sure that we provide something that was palatable. We didn't think kids would be able at the beginning of the year to go online for the entire day just because it was so new to them. So we know that we wanted to make sure that we provided extra instructional minutes. So midway through the year, we felt, because our teachers developed those foundational relationships with kids, that it was more manageable now to be able to do an entire day of online, or most of the day. We wanted to make sure that we increased the instructional minutes because, we started the year, I think, at 25 minutes, and we just felt that wasn't enough. So we have a schedule in place with the Bell schedule where really it worked well online. It was an easy transition from face-to-face to online. We wanted to make sure that we provided more transition time between classes, so we moved from 5 minutes to 10 minutes. This allows our teachers to continue to support kids, kind of tie up loose ends at the end of class, and giving everybody just a little bit of a breather before they go to their next class. The other thing is we rearranged the middle of the day so that everybody was having lunch at the same time, and we were using like an hour and a half, hour and 50-minute block for interventions every day for middle school. So there would be targeted interventions across the board. Yeah, same feedback. We needed to extend the instructional time, but really at the high school there was a call for devoted time for intervention. So high school is meeting Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, following their Bell schedule. Again, we added in that extra transition time, but we've split Wednesday into either you take your AM classes and not your PM classes, or your PM classes and not your AM classes, depending on the week. And when you're not taking those classes, that's when that time is there for intervention or test makeup or extra help. Our teachers wanted that extra time to be able to reach out to their kids, interact with their kids, and provide them with additional supports. We know that the best experience for kids is a face-to-face environment, but that means as normal as possible. And we need our teachers there teaching our kids. It's not just good enough to be able to bring kids in face-to-face if we don't have our teachers there to teach them. So we know that this right now is what's best for our students and our staff, but we also understand that it does put hardships on families, and there's just no way around that when we have to go to remote. But I want our families to know that we took the feedback from parents and teachers and principals. We took all that into consideration, and we'll continue to do that as we tweak the schedule moving forward.